These are really thin too. I doubled it in the as wool yarn. I'll see if I still got it because these were komboskinis, jerky, and fire ropes that were really. It was really a staple. One of the very significant staples that we did as a child. When my dad was having us do little prayers in the living room where we had the home chapel and stuff, and it would just say the Jesus prayer, and it would just it would grow on me naturally, but it would be, Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Kyrie Jesu Christe, listen me, as the simple way of the Greek way, but I remember as far as I know, but when I was about 12, somewhere on Spruce Island, I learned somewhere how to tie this knot, and it's kind of stuck with me. So I kind of see if I still got it. Cause I think I got it because I haven't done it. Haven't done these in a while, and yeah, uh, just trying to see here if I got it. Because I think I've done, I've done like 33 knots, 50 knots, 100 knots. It took me a while to do my first 300 knots, and it can be kind of tricky finding the right material, finding the right string. I try to go with simple and black wool to keep it to be. I find that rather traditional, and there's also the rat tail, which is, but yeah, there's something is special about the knots. These knots themselves, as simple as it is, there's maybe someone can tell me more, but the way it was revealed by the one it was revealed by an angel to Saint Anthony at the time, is something about the knot. It has, I think, the way it's made within the knot. There's like 33 crosses in each knot. I don't know if it's something like that. But, let's see if I found the right loop. Let me see how this turns out. The beginner knots can be can be a little complicated. Yeah, they're just okay. I got it because it's like two at once, and sometimes it's hard to catch the other one, and you don't want to grab the wrong loop, and then after it's rotated enough, it'll be like, okay, three loops around, 3 rotates, and then you don't want to do it too tight, just because it just needs to be basically looped, like pulled through, and then the other loop here, and then, so there's 1 and 2. This is a very thin string. So I also don't want to make it too tight. That'll be hard to work with. So I gotta make sure not to pull the wrong loop. So, okay, so I think that was 3. Now I can pull it back down here. And make sure it's, okay, that's, sometimes it can be an interesting thing to do while you want to kind of go through the melodies and repeat the 8 tones. Like if you're trying to practice the 8 tones, find the tone of the week and listen to it on repeat, and try to use the times like this to kind of practice the 8 tones. And this, all the contagions of it, or whatever, but a very basic thing is what tone of the week is. It is usually the calendar will show. So here I'm doing it again, just seeing if I got it here. And then, so. Yeah. Because I'm trying to show how they look in a row, but though this is kind of thinner, yarn than some of the other yarn I've used before, and it's okay for making something smaller. There's different kinds of the prayer ropes. And here's when I make sure not to make it too tight, not too tight, so I can do that same thing with the rotate the loops 3 times. Just trying to make sure parts of the yarn doesn't snag or anything. So I almost got this one down, so I'm almost done with this knot. I just gotta be very careful with this part, and one of these I'll pull it down. Let's see. So. So far I got it down still. So I was doing these for so long, so many of these. So it comes right back to me. They don't need really the pieces for it, like the beads or other things are, it's not necessary, because it's the prayer itself, it's the knot itself that's what matters. It's the Jesus prayer, prayer of the publican. It's those are technically probably for helping counting, so you don't lose count. But they really don't need beads. It's not part of it. It can help with something decorative or to help count, and but they can be just the knots itself, because it's the knot itself. That's the tradition. Okay, so I think I almost got this. I just need to because I think this is not sharp enough. Whatever that item I'm using. Or I did this, or I was making the not too tight, or I don't want to loop it too tight, then I can't work with it as easily. So, yeah. And other ways people do the decorative stuff, or the chain stitching on there I've seen, or the counters they've added on them, like those strings of counters. Everything, all of that is optional, and varies how different customs do it. So, I think I made this a little too small. Or those, that's why not. That's why not to. That's why not to make it too tight. And then, let alone it's 2 strings on there, so I think that was 3 times, so I can carefully pull this down. So there is the 2 tiny ones, because yeah, this is very small yarn. This is a while back. Yeah, wool yarn, but it feels really nice. But I gotta be careful because it's so tiny. So yeah, because I set it up to make 33 knots. So yeah, I was not planning on any kind of beads on this one or anything like that. Just plain, just a simple black wool yarn, the knots itself, and then yeah. That's the thing with the string. That's about, so yeah. 3 of these, and then now one of them does. Yeah. That's when you get the hang of how to make the knots, then you'll get how to look for what kind of string for what, but depending on how you want the knots. So so I'm gonna be careful on this one. Sure, not grabbing the wrong loop in that knot. And it's all black, of course, though. And that makes it a little tricky as well. It's somewhere here. Oh, let's make one more knot right here. Just finish this knot, and then see. Then I'll get back to it. There. Okay, now I can. Okay. There's one. Now the other one. Uh, Sometimes if it's it's kind of also another reason to be careful when you loop it down or tighten it while making the knot. You don't want to pull something the wrong way because it can kind of make it inside out or loop. I think it's a matter of also right now seeing the other, because these are small yarn, really thin yarn, and so I think one of the strings. Oh wow! Almost pulling the string apart. So yeah. Well, I'll get back to this. I'll get back to this because I think I can do organize the yarn a little bit more and do another. I'll do another one. But these are. I think I snagged the wrong one and broke. So yeah, I'll try this again.